What's up, everybody? Doc Dark 1985. There's levels to this. Alright, so my video that I put up yesterday was talking to you guys about how much the PS5 is going to cost and whether or not it's too expensive, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. So I got a few comments back on that video, which I appreciate. Thank you so much for your comments. I really do appreciate them. I read them all, okay? And I try my best to reply to all of them, right? So here's the deal. Today I read an article. It's an older article. It's like from April of 2019. And it spoke about how a lot of PC gamers by 2020 is estimated that a lot of PC gamers will become console gamers. And this is what they were talking about, which kind of made sense. And I was like, all right, let me make a video about it and let's talk about it. All right. So their concept or their idea is that people with lower spec PCs, all right, not the PC elitists, eventually it's going to make sense for them to move away from the PC and go to the consoles because consoles are starting to be more like PCs, right? And they're going to be pretty affordable for what they're giving you. And I have to agree only if the promises are kept, right? So again, we no one has the Xbox Series X and no one has a PS5 right now. Well, unless you're like a developer, right? So I'm not gonna believe it till I see it. That 4K 60 frames, that's what I keep mentioning, because that's really the benchmark, right? So the issue that Sony's having with its pricing is that Sony probably understands that most console gamers won't fully understand the value of that system. They won't. They won't fully understand the value of a system that can play games at that resolution, at that amount of frames, and only cost $500 or $600, $700. So again, a system that can play games at 4K 60 frames per second for $700, even $800 is still a steal. And the only people that know that are people that play on PC. Because if you play on a PC, you know that you are not building a PC for $800 that's going to play 4K 60 frames per second unless you get all kinds of used parts and you find an amazing deal and like you know you're not doing it. You're not doing it. And even then I don't know if you could do it. For $800, $600, $700, I don't think you could do it. So a system that comes out that can actually do that, the value is incredible. I could see right now a whole bunch of PC gamers saying, okay, forget it. I'm going to get me an Xbox Series X and I'll just buy a mouse and keyboard, right? Because I'm sure it's going to be mouse and keyboard compatible. Buy myself a monitor and this machine will be my new gaming computer. Especially if you're like on the lower end, budget end of gaming, right? When it comes to PC, then it makes sense. So the pricing of the PS5, the pricing of the Xbox Series X is going to depend on how well the customers, us, the consumers, understand its value. And Sony, I think, realizes that a lot of people don't understand the value of what they're saying they're going to provide. And I keep doing that because I'm not going to believe it again until I see it. I'm not going to believe it until I see it. Okay. For the longest, it was PC had the argument that it was in the long run it's cheaper to have a PC because you can upgrade it and all this other stuff and all the stuff that you could do with the PC and the games look way better on the PC versus console. Well, guess what, guys? Guess what, PC Master Race, PC Elitist? The gap is closing. And that's the truth. The gap is closing unless and I know I have some of you out there that watch my channel that are running like 1080 Ti's or dual freaking graphics cards. I get it. Some of you guys are really are legit elite master race PC. I'm just a peasant compared to you, right? Just a peasant, all right? Some of you though think you're elite. You think you're elite with your little freaking 2060 or whatever RTX 2060 or your 1070, and you need to slow your roll, homie. You need to slow your roll because consoles catching up. Consoles catching up, right? Because that 1070, I doubt you're running 4K 60 frames. I doubt it. I doubt it. Mm, maybe you are. I highly doubt it though. So this pricing that's gonna happen is very interesting right now because when I made that video yesterday, I didn't fully understand until I saw this article today because they could very well to PC gamers they could very well sell a $600 tower, right? That's what the Xbox Series X is anyway. The $600 tower, and we would be able to justify it. Like, yeah, that makes sense. This thing runs games at 4K 60 frames per second for $600. Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then everything that's running at 1080p better be running at 144 frames per second for $600. That makes sense to me. That makes sense. It makes sense. But to a person that's just a console gamer that's never played on PC, that $600 price tag, that $500 price tag looks really expensive. It looks really expensive to them. Again, it's how is Sony, how is Microsoft gonna actually show the value of their system? That's what's gonna be huge. And as that happens, one or two things is gonna happen with the gaming industry. Either consoles will become PCs, right? And they'll just go away. It'll just be another tower that you buy. Or consoles will dominate PCs and it'll just be more cost effective to just get a console. I, I know you PCs don't want to hear it. I know you don't. PC is always going to be more advanced. PC is always going to have better graphics, all this other stuff. Look, man, here's the truth. Game developers, right? Game developers are they know that they make money off of consoles, right? So when they make a video game, they're making it with that console in mind. They are. They're making it with this thing better play on console as good, okay, as it plays on PC. If PC plays a little bit better, sure, that's fine. Sure, that's fine. But it's gonna play on console as well. And if these consoles keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and they're cheaper than a PC, ooh, ooh, that's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult to compete against that. But like I said, it might go the other route. I mean, Sony and Xbox might just become another PC brand and just start building gaming PCs, gaming towers. I mean, that could be what it becomes. The only true console might just be Nintendo. We'll see. It's very interesting. It all depends on how well this next generation does. Here's the thing: if this next generation flops and doesn't deliver, like God forbid, we're still playing games this next generation at 1080p 60 frames. Listen. Next generation, if you're gonna do 1080p game, it better be running at 144 hertz. I don't care if my TV can actually use that. I'll get an external monitor for that. But if you're gonna come out with games running at 1080p 60 frames, it, that's not it. For $500, that's not it. That's not it. You better be delivering on that 4K. Deliver on that 4K. I'm telling you right now. But if you do that, if it does deliver that 4K 60 frames, then PC you gotta. I mean, it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting because And I think about it, kind of get a little bit excited about what the future is gonna look like. I don't know. We'll see. $500 though to the normal gamer is expensive. Don't tell me that it's not. You know, $500 to the normal gamer is expensive. To a PC gamer, someone that's played on PC, it's a difference. We understand. We understand the true value of what they're offering, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this pricing. We'll see what happens in the future. Well, because man, I'm telling you, if these systems end up being a lot more powerful than a mid-tier PC and cheaper than a mid-tier PC, then the rules are going to be reversed. It's going to be why get a PC. And if you tell me it's for the upgradability, okay, yeah, maybe. But I mean, a good graphics card is like $300, right? So that's almost like buying a new system. So how much are you really saving? I, I don't know. You guys tell me. Doc Dog 1985, yo, there's levels to this. I just want to bring up this conversation. Is PC gonna be taken over by console, or is console gonna be taking over PCs? According to this article that I read, by 2020, consoles are gonna be winning. 2022, consoles are gonna be winning. All right, we out. Peace.